Welcome back to the Mindset Advantage. I'm Jeffrey Wendel, and I'm thrilled to have you here for episode 6. We've just completed part 1 of our series where we built the foundation of mindset. We've talked about changing your mind to change your life, the so what, next pitch philosophy, mastering the present moment, building resilience, and the power of visualization. Those 5 episodes gave you the core principles. Now we're moving into part 2, where we're going to apply these principles to the world of business and career. And we're starting with one of my absolute favorite topics. Excellence is a habit. Today, I'm going to share a powerful story that has transformed the way I think about excellence, and I believe it will do the same for you. It's the story of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the elite sentinels who guard it. This story illustrates a profound truth. Excellence is how you do anything. It's how you do everything. Let me take you to Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. There stands a monument that honors fallen soldiers whose remains have never been identified. It's called the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and it's guarded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year in all weather conditions. The soldiers who guard this tomb are called Tomb Sentinels, and they are part of one of the most elite groups in the United States Army. These sentinels march back and forth in front of the tomb with absolute precision. 21 steps down the mat, a precise turn, 21 seconds of pause, another precise turn, and 21 steps back. Over and over, hour after hour, in rain, snow, heat, and darkness. Now, when you see this ceremony, it looks simple. It looks like they're just walking back and forth. But here's what most people don't know. What goes on behind the scenes is extraordinary. To become a Tomb Sentinel, a soldier must go through months of intense training. They must memorize 7 pages of history about Arlington National Cemetery and the tomb. They must learn to march with absolute precision. Their uniforms must be perfect, and I mean perfect. They spend hours preparing their uniforms, ensuring every detail is flawless. In the 51 years since the Tomb Guard was established, fewer than 570 soldiers have earned the Tomb Guard badge. That's how elite this group is. Most soldiers who attempt the training don't make it. Not because they lack physical ability, but because they can't maintain the level of excellence required. When I first learned about the Tomb Sentinels, I was struck by something profound. These soldiers are performing what looks like a simple task, walking back and forth, but they do it with such commitment to excellence that it becomes something extraordinary. They understand that excellence is not about the task itself. It's about how you approach every task. This brings us to the core principle of today's episode. Excellence is how you do anything. It's how you do everything. Let me explain what I mean. Most people think excellence is something you turn on for the big moments, the important presentation, the crucial meeting, the championship game. They think they can coast through the small stuff and then flip a switch when it really matters. But that's not how excellence works. Excellence is a habit. It's a way of being. It's cultivated in the small, seemingly insignificant moments, not just the big ones. Think about the Tomb Sentinels. Nobody's watching most of the time. It's 2 a.m, it's pouring rain, there are no tourists around. But they march with the same precision, the same commitment, the same excellence as they would at noon on a sunny day with hundreds of people watching. Why? Because they understand that excellence isn't about the audience. It's about the standard you hold yourself to, regardless of who's watching. Now, how does this apply to your life? If you're sloppy with the small tasks, you'll be sloppy with the big ones. If you cut corners when nobody's watching, you'll cut corners when it matters most. But if you commit to excellence in everything you do, no matter how small, you build a habit of excellence that shows up when the stakes are high. I tell my baseball players this all the time. How you practice is how you play. If you're lazy in practice, going through the motions, not paying attention to the details, that's exactly how you'll perform in the game. But if you're detail-oriented in practice, if you're committed to excellence in every drill, every repetition, that excellence becomes automatic when the game is on the line. I want you to do an exercise with me right now. I call it the Excellence Audit. Think about your typical day. I want you to identify 3 small tasks that you do regularly. Maybe it's responding to emails. Maybe it's how you make your bed in the morning. Maybe it's how you greet your colleagues when you arrive at work. Maybe it's how you prepare for meetings. Got your 3 tasks? Good. Now I want you to ask yourself honestly, do you approach these tasks with excellence? Or do you just go through the motions? Do you give them your full attention and effort, or do you do the bare minimum? There's no judgment here. This is about awareness. Most of us have areas where we're coasting, where we're not bringing our best. But once you're aware of it, you can make a different choice. Here's the challenge. What if you approached those 3 small tasks with the same level of excellence as a Tomb Sentinel approaches their duty? What if you treated every email you sent as a reflection of your commitment to excellence? What if you prepared for every meeting, no matter how routine, with the same attention to detail as you would for the most important presentation of your career? That's how you build a habit of excellence. Let's go deeper into what I call the behind-the-scenes mindset. This is the understanding that what you do when nobody's watching matters just as much as what you do when everyone's watching. The Tomb Sentinels spend hours preparing their uniforms. They polish their shoes until they can see their reflection. They press their uniforms with absolute precision. They memorize pages of history. All of this happens behind the scenes, before they ever step out to guard the tomb. That preparation, that commitment to excellence in the unseen moments is what makes their performance so powerful. The excellence you see on display is the result of the excellence practiced in private. This applies to every area of life. The business owner who succeeds isn't just excellent in client meetings. They're excellent in how they prepare for those meetings, how they follow up, how they manage their time, how they treat their team when nobody else is around. The athlete who performs at the highest level isn't just excellent during competition. They're excellent in training, in recovery, in nutrition, in mental preparation. All the things that happen behind the scenes. In my own coaching practice, I've learned that the quality of my preparation directly impacts the quality of my delivery. If I show up to a seminar without having done my homework, without having prepared thoroughly, my clients can feel it. But when I've done the behind the scenes work, when I've prepared with excellence, the session flows naturally and powerfully. So here's my question for you. What are the behind the scenes areas of your life or business where you could elevate your commitment to excellence? Where could you do more preparation, more attention to detail, more commitment to quality when nobody's watching? Let me give you a practical framework for building the habit of excellence. I call it the 3 commitments of excellence. Commitment 1, attention to detail. Excellence lives in the details. It's not about being perfect, but it is about being thorough. Before you send that email, read it one more time. Before you submit that report, check it carefully. Before you leave that meeting, make sure you've captured the key action items. The small details matter because they compound over time. Commitment 2, consistency over time. Excellence isn't a one-time event. It's what you do day after day, week after week, year after year. The Tomb Sentinels don't guard the tomb excellently one day and sloppily the next. They maintain the standard consistently. That's what builds a reputation, a brand, a legacy. Consistency is the hallmark of true excellence. Commitment 3, pride in your work. This is about taking ownership and having personal standards that don't depend on external validation. You're not excellent because someone's watching or because you'll get rewarded. You're excellent because that's the standard you hold yourself to. That's pride in your work, and it's one of the most powerful motivators there is. I use this framework with every team I work with. We talk about attention to detail and how they prepare, consistency in how they show up, and pride in how they represent themselves and their organization. When a team commits to these three things, the transformation is remarkable. Let's recap what we've covered today. First, we explored the powerful story of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the elite Sentinels who guard it with unwavering excellence. Second, we established the core principle. Excellence is how you do anything. It's how you do everything. It's not something you turn on for big moments. It's a habit you cultivate in every moment. Third, we did an excellence audit where you identified 3 small tasks and assessed your current level of excellence in those areas. Fourth, we talked about the behind-the-scenes mindset and how what you do when nobody's watching is just as important as your public performance. And finally, I gave you the 3 commitments of excellence: attention to detail, consistency over time, and pride in your work. Here's my challenge for you this week. Pick one area of your life or work where you've been coasting, where you've been doing just enough to get by. Commit to bringing excellence to that area. Approach it with the mindset of a Tomb Sentinel. Pay attention to the details. Be consistent. Take pride in your work. And if you're a business leader who wants to build a culture of excellence in your organization, I invite you to learn more about my Change Your Mind, Change Your Life seminars at jeffreywendel.com. We work together to create teams and organizations that are committed to excellence in everything they do. Thank you for joining me for episode 6 of The Mindset Advantage. I hope this episode has inspired you to elevate your commitment to excellence in every area of your life. Next week, we're going to talk about creating a winning team culture. We'll explore how to foster a supportive, passionate, and competitive environment where everyone feels valued and motivated. I'll share lessons from both the baseball field and the boardroom. Until then, remember, excellence is how you do anything. It's how you do everything. Change your mind, and you will change your life.